Hello guys, welcome to our video tutorial. My student Angel and I will going to have lesson number 94 today. But before that, you have to say first our keywords. So what are our keywords?
Reading is fun.
Okay, reading is fun. Since reading is fun, let's get started. Okay, for task number 1, so we have to read this word fast. You have to sound it out first, then read it fast. Say sleep,
Sleep,
sheep,
sheep,
cheek,
cheek,
logs,
logs,
rocks,
rocks,
lived.
live,
Okay, now your turn.
sleep,
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 sound it out first.
sleep, sheep, cheek, log, rocks, live,
Okay, now say it fast.
sleep, sheep, cheek, logs, rocks, live.
Okay, for task number 2, we have here again the letter U sometimes works like W. That's why the letters have the same name, which is U and W. Now, the letters O and U sound like the letters O, W. They sound as if they hurt like this. Ow. Again, what do the letters say?
Ow,
Okay, now here are some words that have the letters OU. We have here loud. Again, what is the word?
loud,
Next word, sound.
sound,
Next word, we have shouted.
shouted,
Next word, out.
out,
Next word, outside.
outside,
Next word, hour.
hour,
Okay, now for our task number 3, we're going to read a story. So, the title of the story is For an Ant, Part 2. So, what's the title of the story?
a home for an ant.
Okay, now I'm going to read the sentences first, then you read it after me. Okay, let's start. An ant was looking for a good home.
An ant was looking for a good home.
An eagle made the ant live, and a ram made the ant live.
An eagle made the ant live, and a ram made the ant live.
But that ant did not give up.
But that ant did not give up.
So the ant went to the home of a cow.
So the ant went to the home of a cow.
That home was a big barn.
That home was a big barn.
The ant said, I will be a good ant if you let me live here.
The ant said, I will be a good ant if you let me live here.
The cow said, a horse can live here and sheep can live here.
The cow said, a horse can live here and sheep can live here.
We will let a chick live here and a pig live here.
We will let a chick live here and a pig live here.
But no ants can live in this barn.
But no ants can live in this barn.
So go dig a hole and live like other ants.
So go dig a hole and live like other ants.
No, the ant said.
No, the ant said,
I like barns.
I like barns.
And I will make an ant barn.
And I will make an ant barn.
So the ant got logs and rocks.
So the ant got logs and rocks.
Then the ant made a barn.
Then the ant made a barn.
It was a good barn.
It was a good barn.
It was too little for cows and pigs and dogs and deers.
It was too little for cows and pigs and dogs and deer.
But it wasn't too little for rats.
But it was not too little for rats.
So a rat came to the barn and said, Can I live in this barn with you?
So a rat came to the barn and said, Can I live in this barn with you?
The ant looked at the rat and said, Go, dig a hole and live like other rats.
The ant looked at the rat and said, Go dig a hole and live like other rats.
Rat.
Rat.
The end.
The end.
Okay, now for our next task, second reading. So we will going to read the story again, but this time with questions. So let's start. A home for an ant. So what's the title of the story?
A home for an ant.
Okay, an ant was looking for a good home. An eagle made the ant live and a ram made the ant live. But that ant did not give up. So the ant went to the home of a cow. Now, my question, where did the ant go this time? The ant went to the
Home of a cow.
Okay, let's continue. That home was a big barn. The ant said, I will be a good ant if you let me live here. The cow said, a horse can live here and sheep can live here. We will let a sheep live here and a pig live here. But no ants can live in this barn. So go dig a hole and live like other ants. Now, for my second question, what kind of animals could live in that barn? So, in that barn, a horse,
A horse can live here and sheep can live here.
Animal.
We will let a sheep live here and a pig live here.
okay. So, in that barn, animals that could live were a horse, a sheep, a chick, and a pig, but never an
Ants.
ant. Okay, now let's continue. No, the ant said, I like barns and I will make an ant barn. So the ant got logs and rocks. Then the ant made a barn. It was a good barn. It was too little for cows and pigs and dogs and deers, but it wasn't too little for rats. So a rat came to the barn and said, can I live in this barn with you? So my next question is, what kind of animal could fit in that barn? On that barn, animals like ants and rats can live. Now let's continue. So a rat came to the barn and said, can I live in this barn with you? The ant looked at the rat and said, go dig a hole and live like other rats. Now what did the ant tell the rat to do?
Can go dig a hole and live like other rats.
Okay, now for our next task, we have here picture comprehension. So I have here a picture, and then you're going to look at the picture and tell me what's on the picture by answering the question. So what is that ant standing in front? The ant is standing in front of a
Barn.
barn, an ant barn. Now what is the ant saying? The ant is saying to the rat that rat must go away and live with the other rats. Okay, now what is the ant? Do you think that was very nice of the ant to say that to the rat, that the ant said to the rat, go away and live with the other rats? Do you think it is okay, or it was a nice way of saying that to the rat? Is it a yes or no? Well, in the case of the ant, well, I think it's a yes, because the other animals did not let that ant live with them. Okay, now for our task number 7, so you have to write letters. So you have to write letter W that sounds W. Again, what is the letter?
W.
Letter, and the sound?
W.
Okay, the next letter will be E. Letter E. And the sound of E is
Eh.
Okay. So you're going to write it. Okay. Good. Now, I think that's the end of our lesson for today. Did you learn something today?
Yes.
Okay. See you on another lesson. Bye bye.